What's up, YouTube? This is Jeff with a little bit of everything home services, and today I am coming to you with a video regarding repairing a coil. Originally I went and looked at a unit and the coil was leaking, and I was like, hey, we need to replace the coil. Got a replacement coil, and the coil that I picked up ended up being a 410 coil and not an R22 coil. They didn't make the R22 coils anymore. It could have been converted. I could have changed out the TXV for R22 one, but the coil case was much bigger, and I would have to do a lot of modifications, and the homeowner didn't want that. The next option, let's try to repair the coil. I figured, hey, let you tag along and check it out. All right, YouTube, so what I'm about to do here in repairing this coil, first of all, I have to find the leaks on the coil. So how I'm going to do that is I have to isolate the coil. I already removed the coil, as you can see. I'm going to seal it off. So I made one, but these little Schrader ports right here are what you need. I made the pipe size for this, as you can see. I'm going to put this in here, and I'm still going to have to braze it up right here and right here in both spots. Matter of fact, let me not take it up so high because it's so low. There we go, because I want to make sure I can get that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and braze this, and then I'm going to braze this liquid line port on here as well, so I can go ahead and pump this up with nitrogen and leak check it. Now, I'm only doing this because the coil is no longer available, like I said earlier. So let me get my solder stick and get with it. All right, so my soldering is complete, and I really I shouldn't be showing bad practices. I should have took that Schrader out and left that open while I was doing it. I really should have. Man, it was hot. I'll let it cool off, but I know better than that. That's why I should have removed it, because that little rubber inside of there melted onto there. I know better than that. Trying to rush, throw some nitrogen on it and take care of that. All right, so now that I have that on there and sealed off, I'm gonna check for leaks, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a nitrogen tank, and then let you take a look at this coil while I go grab the nitrogen tank. I mean, you see that it's in rough condition, but if it can be repaired, it can be repaired. If it has a leak, like right up in here somewhere, I'll find out once I put this nitrogen on it, and I'll see exactly where the leaks are coming from, and see if it can be repaired. You can. It's much easier to repair a copper coil than it is an aluminum coil. I've done it once, but I don't like trying to repair aluminum coils. You know, it's better to just replace them. I mean, it's better to just replace the cord, period. But sometimes the homeowner may not be able to afford it at the moment, or in my case, it's discontinued, and the homeowner doesn't necessarily want to replace the unit. They want to try other options. So when that's the case, this is what we do. Well, this is an option. This is what you can do. You don't have to do anything. You can just tell them, well, nothing I can do for you. Now, one thing I will say, and I'm gonna do a separate review on this. Yeah, I do a separate review on this aluminum. This aluminum tank, nitrogen tank, is the way to go. Woo! I tell you, this tank here, you can't see it right now. I don't think. Let me see. No, you can't really see it right now. There it is. That aluminum tank is the way to go. It is super light and holds plenty of nitrogen. So I'm gonna hook my regulator up to it and hoses and go ahead and pump this on up with some pressure. And I'm using this new mic. I really hope that it's still working and you can hear everything. Yes, the light's still green, so I think I'm good, because I did do a video where it wasn't working and I did all that talking and nothing. I could put it on the high side and the low side, but considering there's only the evaporator hooked up right now and the condensing unit is not hooked up, what difference is it going to make? Not a bit. Okay, so it's leaking from this Schrader right here that I just put on, and that's totally my fault because I did not remove it when I put that heat on it. So let's take it out. There we go. And look at this Schrader. Look at that. That's why I always remove your Schraders. And I know that, you know what, while I'm at it, I might as well remove this one too and replace both of them. And this one is just damaged. I really did a number on this one. I can't even get it out, so I hope it doesn't. I hope it holds. Hope it holds, because I can't even get that one out. So this is no longer useful to me, which is disappointing. But it's totally my fault, so I can't blame a soul. I'm gonna put the cap on here. So hopefully it doesn't interfere with my leak check. So a lesson, you saw it firsthand. Remove your Schraders. When you're brazing, remove your Schraders. Don't be lazy or complacent. All right. So now that I've done that, now let's go ahead and pump it back up with nitrogen so I can continue this leak check. All right, I'm pumping it up right here. And again, I might as well toss this hose right here. Oh yeah, I see all the oil in here. Look at that. You see all that? Man, what is going on today? This is an old hose, so all right. There's no need to keep stuff there. I'm not going to repair this low loss hose. All right, so I'm going to see This is gonna be trash. Throw it down. I'm gonna use the high side and see if this high side, the red hose, is any good. I mean, it is an old gauge with old hoses anyway, so time for me to replace them. These are my R22 hoses. Alright, so let's try this fitting. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take this low loss fitting off. There we go. I just put this hose straight on here. There we go. Alright, there's stop the leak. Okay, so let's pump this on up. Continue. I'll pump it up to 150. All right. See that? Pumped up to 150. All right, so I don't physically hear anything, but now I'm going to go grab, and I don't see a pressure drop either. All right, and I'm going to be using Coil Blue Micro Gas Leak Detector Solution. All right, let's see. And what I'm doing is I'm spraying the joints. Now I could put refrigerant in here and use my electronic leak detector. It was at 150. Now it's at 145. I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute, for more than a minute. And I'm gonna leak check this other side. I may have to, like I said, put refrigerant in here and use my electronic leak detector to pinpoint it. And then use soap bubbles after that. Because I don't see anything right now. Because I'm not getting anything, any indication that there is a leak, but I know that there's one because I lost a little pressure here. So it's definitely a leak somewhere in there. So I'm gonna have to, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to use electronic leak detector. All right, family, you see the process. I will be back. Okay, YouTube, so check it out. I went through and I checked the pressure on this coil after, leak checking it and everything, like I spoke about. And the pressure just slowly dropped on it over past 2 days. It leaked all out. And then I checked with leak detector, and there were multiple leaks. I had planned on fixing it, like if there was a leak somewhere coming from one of these tubes that could be repaired. That was the plan, and get it back up and running. But in this particular case, it's multiple leaks. And when it's like that, family, it's just not worth, fixing it. And so I'm going to put it back in here, and the client would like me to add leak stop to it to try to plug up some of those leaks and go from there. Normally, I mean, doing it this way, like I said, you putting the stems on here to be able to isolate the system and pump it up with nitrogen and leak check and fix it. That's I've done it several times. So in this particular case, though, it's just many small leaks, like I said. So unfortunately wasn't able to do that, but that's the process. I did want to show you the process. All right, so I'm about to put this coil back in here and throw some leak stop into it and get this unit back up and running. All right, thank you, family. Talk to you soon. Have a blessed day.